What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Killer K, and I'm back with another video.
Pretty than a motherfucker, hoes be looking okay. She think that she fucking with me, is this bitch okay? He say he ain't fucking around, I look at him like okay. I used to be down bad, but now a bitch okay.
Baby, get into it. Tonight I'm talking some shit. Let me eat this ice, hold on. Okay, on tonight's episode of Stripper Struggles, we're gonna talk about the fact that they all talking about you. They all some haters, they all mad. Once you get in this game, and this is pertaining to inside the strip club and outside, because although, you know, they definitely gonna talk about you in the club, they don't stop them from talking about you outside of work too. Them be the worst ones. Girl, I hate to be the one to tell you, but they all talking about you. They all got your name in their mouth. They all hating on you. They all mad. You got them shaking the table. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. They're mad at you because you the new hot thing on the block. Like you the new girl. You coming in stepping. And they gonna all have something to say about it. But I'm here to give you tips and tricks on how to avoid all the hateration, all of the negativity, and all of the bullshit that people be having going on in their own lives. And they try to bring it to work and put it on you. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Let's get into it. When you get into the dance world, the sex worker world, whatever you want to call it, people are just naturally bound to talk shit. You know what I mean? Whether it be the customers, whether it be the girls that you work with, whether it be the dudes that you attract, somebody's going to talk shit about you dancing. It could also be your family members too. So if you're going to come into this world, you got to understand that you're going to lose a lot of people that you thought cared about you along the way. You also gonna come across snakes and rats and vile little people within the club that's gonna make you question, like, dang, should I even hold any type of relationship with these girls in here? Should I have any type of conversation with these girls? Because you never know who you could trust. If you're a new dancer or just don't know no better in life in general, then I'm here to tell you that the hate is gonna always come. People are gonna always talk about you. They talked about Jesus, so that's to be expected. So outside of the strip club world, the hate is always there. But inside the strip club, it's definitely hate that you're gonna receive. And you gotta know how to navigate through all of it. Girls are just jealous bitches by nature. They envious by nature. They haters by nature. Now, you got some people who just like solid like me. I'm never hating on the next bitch. Whatever you got going for you is what you got going for you. But I know what's going for me. But you got people who are just like not equipped with being a real bitch, that they gonna always gravitate towards a real bitch. But instead of being her friend and actually genuinely being truthful and being cool, they gonna hate on you because they want your life. So limit who you talk to. Girls are just jealous-hearted by nature, and this is coming from somebody who has 5 sisters. This is coming from somebody who's always worked in a female-dominated job force, whether it be hospitality or whether it be retail or whether it be the strip club. At the end of the day, girls are jealous. They're jealous by nature. Now, you got some real bitches out here who, you know, you can vibe with and you'll attract, but for the most part, they all hating on you. They all want what you got, and they all jealous because they don't have what you have. And in the strip club, it's even worse because when you got drugs, alcohol, sex, and money involved on top of, you know, just girls being catty anyway, that's always a road to disaster. That's always a recipe for some hateration to be going on from these bitches. Since a young girl, I've always had haters. I've always had bitches who really just was mad because I would get the attention that they didn't. I would literally command the room. This was way back in high school. Like in middle school, they used to try to play me, like, cause you know how it be. Middle school, you're going through your ugly phase. But when I got to high school, baby, I like excelled, and then I just noticed that I started to receive so much more hate than usual. So I carried this into my later years in life, and then once I went to the strip club, it was just like a whole nother level. Like, I didn't know I was bad until I started working in a strip club. And in me not knowing how bad I actually was, it caused me to be naive. It caused me to just think like, you know, I'm just gonna get along with everybody. Everybody's gonna be my friend. Everybody's gonna be cool. I mean, on one hand, I knew that, you know, everybody's not my friend because I don't even really like people. But for the most part, I was leading with being happy and bubbly. And my bubbly and happy spirit attracted negative energy. It attracted haters. It attracted bitches who wanted to be me but could never hold a candle to me. These girls would befriend you. They would befriend you just to get in your mix. They would befriend you to be in your business and then turn around and snake you out. Hell, you might be the one doing the snaking. So let's keep it real too. Like, you got to be in this understanding of, if I'm gonna be in this industry, I gotta know how to play the game. You might be cool with somebody on the surface, but deep down at the end of the day, you probably in the back of your mind like, ugh, I don't like this bitch. No, don't even waste your time with fake kicking it or fake animosity. Literally just do you and focus on you and stay away from anything that's other than positive. Now, if you're new to the strip club or you're thinking about it, once you become a dancer and you're the newbie, the girls are naturally going to try you. They're trying to feel you out. They're trying to test you. They're trying to test your gangster. They're trying to see if you a punk, you a pussy. They're trying to see what you give. So you got to always be ready and stand 10 toes down whenever the challenge is given to you. Always rise to the occasion. Don't ever let no bitch try you and you just let it slide. Don't ever let no girl say anything out the way to you and you don't check it, you don't clock it. Don't ever let no girl make a joke, but then knowing deep down she probably really feeling that way. Don't ever let none of that slide. Because when you do, what Cash Doll said, they think it's a cha-cha slide around this motherfucker. So no, don't ever in your life give nobody no grace. And when it comes to the strip club, hell, outside of the strip club too, because I be cussing hoes out at the airport. They know not to play with me. And that's just how I've been from the beginning of time. So don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody test your gangster, and if you ever get tested, you better stand 10 toes. You also gotta choose your battles wisely. You gotta know what's worth entertaining, what's worth going back and forth about, what's worth fighting over, arguing over, what's worth really standing in the pain about. Some stuff just be so minor that you don't even have to respond to these hoes. But some stuff you really do got to really stand up for yourself on. When it ever comes to a customer and a dancer, if you're standing with them, talking with them, conversing with them in his face, don't never let nobody come up and try to step on your toes and get in the middle of what you and your customer got going on. Check that shit immediately. Because girls will do that. They will literally see you talking to somebody, and then if they feel like the conversation is not going the way they think it should go, they will literally walk up on the customer that you're talking to. And that's grounds for being a bitch ass. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, I'll save it for the locker room, but at the end of the day, girls will try you. So you gotta check that shit every time. Then the girls be having it so misconstrued, like, oh, that's my customer, that's mine, and da-da-da-da. Girl, don't nobody in here belong to nobody. At the end of the day, if your man coming in here and he's talking to me knowing that you around, he's not your man. That's just your customer, and your customer is interested in buying something or purchasing something else from someone else. They don't belong to you. These men, these tricks, they don't belong to anybody because they literally have the same MO with every girl that they see. But if it's some petty little gossip like, oh, she said this and she said that and I don't like the way she look at me, that's cool. But at the end of the day, some of that stuff be so like minor that you don't even have to pay no attention. You only pay attention to the major shit. You only pay attention to the things that are really like cause you to get disrespectful with somebody. That's the only time I can condone you getting out your body and really standing on business. A lot of stuff is walk-awayable. Meaning you can walk away from certain shit. Some stuff you can walk away from and not be labeled as no punk. Some stuff, if you know a girl is literally like trying to antagonize you, but she really ain't talking about nothing, she really ain't doing nothing, you got the power to walk away. They can say whatever they want to say, but if they're not running up physically, then at the end of the day, you don't even have to entertain it. When she ready to fight, that's when you get in gear. But at the end of the day, a girl that's what they do. They literally try to talk just to get a reaction out of you, just to get a rise out of you. Don't play yourself out your position and don't lose your permit. Don't get fired from the club all because you going back and forth with a bitch who's a hater. That will happen. When you the new girl on the block and you pretty, you automatically gonna get money from the customers because you're new. People are gonna notice that. The girls are gonna notice that. And they're gonna feel like, oh no, this girl coming in and she taking this, she's taking that, she this, that, and the third. If you popping, you popping. What's meant for you is gonna be meant for you. What's meant for the next dancer, the next girl, is gonna be meant for that person. So at the end of the day, all this shit belongs to me anyway because whatever's mine is mine. So if a bitch get mad about that, it's just cause she not doing her job. That means she don't have the, the je ne sais quoi that you have. And even if you not even new, like you gonna have your clientele. You're gonna have people who really fuck with your vibe, fuck with your face, fuck with your body, fuck with your mood, fuck with everything that you got going on. And girls be mad at that. Girls will literally be mad at you because niggas know you a vibe. That's literally the God's honest truth. Anytime I ever had a beef with a bitch in the club, it's been behind a nigga. It hasn't been behind anything other than the fact that she's mad because the nigga that she had a little sweetness for is no longer paying attention to her because they're paying attention to you. Or you done caught you a trick and that trick no longer is tricking on her because he's tricking on you. Like it all goes hand in hand. These girls gonna always be mad when it comes to these men. Don't fall in that category. Use these men for what they're good for, which is a source of income, and keep it moving while you in the strip club. Like, don't ever catch feelings for these niggas that's out in the strip club. Don't ever fall in love, and don't ever think that your trick can get took, because it's definitely possible. I will say, Ain't nobody ever took shit from me. Let's put that out there. Let's make that clear. But I do the taking, it's just, I don't try to. I can't help I'm cute. I can't help I'm fine. I can't help these niggas like my body, like my mouthpiece, they like the way I talk, and I don't gotta do too much of nothing but just converse. That's really what it be, because you got certain girls who gonna be mad at you because they gotta do extra to get the attention of these men. They gotta do extra to get the money of these men, when you don't have to do nothing but just be cute. Just have a conversation. You don't have to go no further than that. That's why I be winning when it comes to these, these men in the club. My face card is so good in any strip club that I go to because I literally know how to stay out the mix. I literally know how to stay out the way. I'm never doing too much to where it's like, like everybody attracts to me. I don't have to do nothing for that to happen. I don't have to do much for attention. I don't. And girls will notice that when they got to do the most. So I'm not trying to get the most, not the lesser. Okay? Remember that. And it just always blew my mind how it just be so much hateration in the club, because at the end of the day, if we're being for real, we all got some type of trauma. In order for you to be able to be a dancer, for you to come into this club every night, for you to degrade yourself, demean yourself, whatever you want to call it, in order for you to do this every single day or every single night, or even just for one night, for you to take your clothes off and get undressed for the world, bust it open, like everything showing, you have had to have some type of trauma in your life. You have built up this armor. You have built up this I don't give a fuck attitude. And that's why you're in a strip club. And that's 80-90% of the girls that's in there. We all been traumatized by something. But instead of, realizing that we all in here, this supposed to be a sisterhood, it'll never be that. Because girls are always going to hate on you, sis. They don't know no other way to operate. And you got to be understanding and keep your distance from those ones who just have a negative, draining spirit. Worried about what the next bitch saying about you while you know that you literally have real life goals going on outside of this club, you could never let that get to you. You could never let somebody's words affect you to the point where you crashing out to where you finna mess up your source of income just because you got to prove yourself to the next bitch that you ain't no punk ass hoe and that you don't play about yourself. That's all well and good, but know when to do it, know how to do it. If you gotta catch a bitch outside in the parking lot, catch her outside in the parking lot. Don't put your job in jeopardy just because a bitch gonna run her mouth. Because at the end of the day, that bitch gonna always run her mouth. Even if y'all wasn't in this industry and y'all was in another industry, the results would still be the same. If you at the airport, if you at Walmart, if you at whatever, don't let nobody's words make you crash out to the point where you're losing yourself and you playing yourself out of your position just because you're trying to prove points. Be better than that. Because when you got goals, you cannot let the outside noise deter you from whatever you got going on. If you know you want this house, if you know you want this car, if you know you want to go to school, if you know you want to do this, that, and the third, and you in here to get the money so that you can do that and so that you can fund your lifestyle, why would you ever cross yourself out by getting into it with a nothing-ass hoe who really means you no good, who has no values, no morals, no nothing, who be selling pussy in the VIP? Why are you worried about girls like that? Like, no, baby, we're so much better than that. Like, be for real. And it ain't just these women that are haters. It ain't just these girls that are haters. You will have some of your biggest haters, and they will be men. Some of the biggest haters you know are men. Some of the biggest gossipers you know are men. Some of the biggest pussies you know are men. Like, let's be for real. Keep it a buck. If you found somebody to accept your lifestyle, quote unquote, and they love you for you and they don't care that you're dancing, at some point you're going to experience some type of undercover hate from them. You're gonna experience some type of undercover animosity from them. Whether they want to admit it or not, they be hating on you too. These niggas be hating too. Like, I just want y'all to know that it's very much possible for the man that you lay down with to be a hater of you. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes. I wouldn't tell you that I don't know. So you got to be careful about who you choose to lay down with, because at the end of the day, a snake is still a snake. So you might think that, oh, I love this snake and it's my favorite snake. That snake will still bite you, sis. So don't ever think that just because you land with a man that he won't cross you out, he won't snake you out, and he won't be your biggest hater, because it's definitely possible. Watch yourself. And you can never really take the hate personal. You can never really take the hateration to heart, because at the end of the day, you know for a fact that these folks are literally just projecting their feelings onto you. They're projecting their insecurities, their losses, their mistakes. They're projecting what they can't do onto you. They could never be you. They could never walk a mile in your shoes. They could never understand your mind frame. But at the end of the day, they're still going to find a way to talk shit about you. They're still going to find a way to pass judgment on you. And still all at the same time sit around and watch you and want to be around you. Because then you start to look at the lives of the people who talking shit about you, and it's just like, girl, you don't even want your life. Bro, you don't even want your life. I would never want the life of my haters, ever. Ever. Because people be acting like they got so much going on, but deep down, you ain't got shit going on. Deep down, you don't got no goals. You don't got no ambitions. You can't hold down nothing that I've ever had to hold down. You don't know what it's like to even be me. So at the end of the day, nobody could ever tell your story for you. So don't let nobody say nothing to you that's going to affect or change the narrative of what the fuck you know you got going on. Period. Don't ever doubt yourself, sis. I'm literally a reflection of all your insecurities. Like you really gotta believe that. Like, I'm a reflection of all of your past trauma, all of your past, mistakes. I'm a reflection of it at the end of the day, because if I wasn't, you wouldn't spend your time sitting around arguing and talking shit to me or about me. You wouldn't sitting around worry about what I'm doing and what I got going on. You wouldn't be trying to hang out with the people that I hang out with. You wouldn't be trying to do all this oppie ass shit, or they wouldn't be trying to do all this oppie ass shit if they didn't know that it takes a certain amount of fuckery to get to you. They're doing it all for the reaction of you. They want to rise out of you. Don't give it to them. Why? And I'm going to just say this now. Nobody is ever bigger than the program. So, and honestly and truthfully, you are the program. I am the program. Like, everybody's trying to get on my wave. Everybody wants to be on my bumper. Everybody wants to know what I got going on. Everybody wants to know what you got going on. They're going to be in your midst. They want to infiltrate your bubble so that they can say that they have access to you, or they had access to you. So they can say like, oh, I knew her when she was this, that, and the third. Oh, I knew her when she couldn't do this and couldn't do that and didn't have this and didn't have that. That's what they sit around and talk about. But they can never sit around and talk about the shit that you do for them and the person you was to them. Because 9 times out of 10, your enemy is going to be somebody who once loved you. It's never going to be a bitch who just don't know you and just hating for no reason. Now, that is possible, but honestly and truthfully, for a person to even get close enough to even have anything to say about you, they have to have some type of relationship with you. 9 times out of 10. Because if it was a random bitch on the street or a random bitch in the club, you don't even know that girl. But for somebody to sit around and talk about you and have shit to say about you, that means they had to have access to you. And they was waiting on the moment to throw shit in your face as soon as y'all fell out. So you got to spot that too. Don't give these girls no room to fucking hang you at all. Nobody is bigger than the program, baby. And I am the program. So at the end of the day, you're not bigger than me. I don't care what you got more than me. I don't care what you had more than me. You're still not me. You still can't do what I do. You still can't smile like I smile. You still can't have this energy and intellect and wisdom that I have. You still don't possess the light that I have. You want it. You want to be around it. But you don't even got that light for yourself. That's the type of mindset you gotta be in. That's the type of time you gotta be on. That's the type of things you gotta tell yourself to keep yourself going. And nobody is better than nobody. Like, the people talking about you 9 times out of 10, you probably already seen what they even about. You already done seen they living situations. You already done seen the struggle. You already done seen them sleeping on air mattresses. You already seen them they living circumstances when they did have their own things. You already seen who these people are. So it's like, how could somebody ever pass judgment on you when you know all their tea too, and their tea literally was way more messed up than yours? Like, just because you might be, down bad for a second, people be forgetting, like, bro, I was with you when you was down bad. Or, girl, I was with you when you was down bad. Like, let's be for real. And your down bad and my down bad was completely 2 different things. And that's just always the case. So you got to know, like, when to hold them and when to fold them. And I'll fold a bitch up real quick, yeah. Let me stop. See what this drink do? Do you see what this alcohol do? I have not been on here running my mouth. As soon as I got this red cup, it's a problem. And when you're in a strip club, back to you on topic, but when you're in a strip club, you got to understand that it's going to be rejection that you got to face. You're going to have weird customers saying stuff to you. They're going to say stuff that's so out the way. They're going to make you feel like very small. They're going to demean you. They're going to degrade you. So you also need to be aware of that. You got to have tough, thick skin to be around a motherfucker with them heels on. You can't let nobody's no make you feel like you're not the yes. At the end of the day, just because one weirdo is saying this, that, and the third about you, don't ever let that affect you. Don't ever take it to heart. Don't ever take it personally. Because at the end of the day, you're just another weirdo in the club trying to, finagle your way into a young girl's panties. Like, at the end of the day, you're the weirdo, not me here, sir. Like, let's be for real. So always keep that in mind too. I had to throw that in there because I almost forgot. And there's going to be a time where your family members, your close friends, anybody that you associated with, they might judge you for being a dancer. But you have to realize that we all just out here trying to figure it out. We all trying to provide for ourselves, provide for our families, provide for whatever we're trying to provide for. So it's really no handbook to this shit. You just got to play the cards that you was dealt. And if that's what you're doing, then understand that you're doing it for a bigger purpose. Don't ever feel like, oh, I'm a dancer now, I'll never be able to get out of this, and people gonna look at me this way, and people gonna look at me that way. At the end of the day, fuck what these people think. You're living for you, not nobody else. Because nobody else can pay your bills. Nobody else can put you up. Nobody else can, and if they do put you up, it come with a price, girl. That ain't even hitting on nothing these days. Like, at the end of the day, you're doing all for yourself. You're figuring this out for you. So don't ever let nobody make you feel bad for the route that you choose to take, because literally it's only you. It's you versus you. Fuck what anybody else talking about. We all got an end game. We all got an end goal. We all just trying to make it out. So at the end of the day, don't ever let nobody let you forget that fact. You're doing this for a greater reason. You're doing this because you're in search of a better life. You're doing this because you're in search of a better income. And however you get it is however you get it. And at this point in the game, like, really, it's been a minute, but I use the hate and the negative energy and the negative vibes and the negative anything that somebody has ever said about me. I'm gonna use it as motivation every time. So the fact that I'm not where I want to be now that I'm actually walking towards where I'm going to be, it's gonna be so much better than where I was. And I already know that. I get better and better with time. I'll take a loss, I recuperate for a little bit, and then when I get back up, the shit be greater. I elevate higher. And that's just something that's always been true for me in my life. Like, I've seen myself get it out the mud. I've seen myself start at square zero and build myself back up. It happens every time. So don't ever let nobody make you feel like you're not on the right path and you're not on the right track. You just got to keep walking with God and you're going to be good. Take that hate and turn it into happiness. Take their hateful words and hateful energy and all of this negative shit and turn that into your happiness. They're doing this because they don't want you to succeed. They saying these things because they think that you can't. They saying these things because they don't want you to fly high. They don't want you to excel. They don't want you to accelerate. But at the end of the day, they know that you will. They've seen it. They see the potential in you anyway. They're trying to keep you pulled down. They're trying to pull you back. They're trying to keep you down here with them and they low vibrations. Rise above that shit. I'm telling you. The best revenge you could ever have on somebody talking shit about you, ever say anything negative about you, it's just to keep on flourishing and thriving. I'm always gonna flourish. I'm always gonna win. I'm a pretty girl. Like, even if I wasn't pretty, my spirit is pretty. So it's just like, I'm always gonna be better. Always. Not always. Let's be for real. I'm no stranger to making my enemies my witnesses. They see me at one point, or they think that they knew me at one point, and then the next time they see me, I'm gonna be a whole different person. The next time they watch me, I'm gonna be on a whole different frequency. I'm a whole different vibe. And at the end of the day, I'm only gonna go up and up and up. So I'm not ever worried about what I had to think or say. Mad bitches link up. They mad, so they gonna link. That's just what that is. They hate your guts, but they love your guts. So they're gonna link up to literally and be in cahoots, or just to try to talk shit about you, just to try to get a reaction out of you. They're gonna do those things just because you're the big dog, and you gotta remember that you are the big dog in this situation. So don't ever forget it. And one thing you better not do, once you see that somebody is flawed, somebody is fake, somebody is fraudulent, don't you ever get on the satisfaction on spinning the block when you get back up. Because everybody turn their back on you when you down, or they think that you down, or they feel like you can't come up. But at the end of the day, them tables always turn. And when they do, them folks gonna want to be down again. Them folks gonna want to be around you. They're gonna want to partake in anything that you got going on. And even if they don't, they're gonna be watching. So at the end of the day, don't ever let them come back in the picture. If you done had a bitch who snake you out, don't ever be back cool with her. If you had a nigga snake you out, don't ever go back to him. I'm just gonna tell you that, period, point blank. Stop going back. Stop entertaining people who you know don't mean you no good. And I'm a little smith, so yeah, if you like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one, okay? Let me finish the rest of my drink. Bye.
I thought we do it reckless. Your nigga called us texting. You said, baby, don't be mad, you know how Brent is. Don't up in your mouth.